All right, guys, a lot of problems here, so I'm going to go pretty fast. I'm going to do one or two problems from a section, then I'll move on. Okay, so these ones, finding the volume of a cube. We've got volume equals 4/3 pi, and we take the radius and we cube it. So the 4/3 and the pi will always be there. And then the only thing that will change is whatever the radius is. So this one, the radius is 2. The radius is 2, so we'll cube that. And we have 4/3 pi. And 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So the three things we have to multiply together are 4/3, pi, and 8. Now, if I wanted to do this in my calculator, I can take 4/3 and I can multiply, I can do 4 divided by 3, and then I can multiply by 8, and then I can multiply by pi. And if I were to do that, I'm going to do it on my calculator right now. 4 divided by 3 is 1.33333. I'm going to take that and I'm going to times by 3.14 is 4.18, and then I'm going to multiply by 8 times 8, and I get volume equals 33.49 or 33.5 units cubed. That's the 8th grade answer, and that's all you have to do today. The 11th grade answer, we would actually take the 8 and we would multiply it by 4/3. So I'll give you that, 8 times 4/3, so 8 times the 4 would be on top, would be 32. 8 is really 8 on 1, and then it would be 32/3 times pi. So that's the 11th grade answer, units cubed. You don't need to do that one right now. All I did in this one was multiply the numbers, the 8 and the 4/3, and leave the pi out of it. So that's the exact answer, but you just need to multiply them together in your calculator one at a time, and you can find the answer. The one thing that you might throw you off is, like for number 3, don't pay attention to the 6. Remember, you're only looking for the radius, so this one would be volume equals 4/3 pi, and now the radius is 3, and we always do to the 3rd power. So this is volume equals 4/3 pi, and then 3 to the 3rd power is 27. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So those are the three things we're multiplying by each other. So we have, I'm going to do 4 divided by 3 equals times 3.14, because pi is 3.14. And then I'm going to do times 27. And I have volume equals 113. Sorry, I wrote that bad. 113.0 units cubed. And I'm done. All right, so all of these should be the same. Pay attention to the radiuses, not the diameters. All right, for these ones down here, it's much more important that you remember how to get to these shapes, that they're just one step at a time. Think of them as just all related to each other. If I can find this circle right here, then I can find this cylinder. If I can find this cylinder, I can crush the bottom down to a cone. So they're all related to each other, and these are the order we would find them in. So we'll use our circle shape, and to find the area of the circle, it's pi r squared. The radius is 3, that's hard to read, but 3. So area equals pi times 3 to the 2nd power. 3 to the 2nd power is 9, so area equals 9 pi units squared. All right, done with that one. If we can find a circle, then we can find the cylinder. Because the circle is, there's 9 pi units all in that shape. So there's 9 pi units all in this shape up here. And we're just going to let those 9 pi units grow and stretch them down and get 4 times bigger. So in math terms, this is volume equals, we take the base shape, which was that circle, and we stretch it by the height. So this is just, we're just letting it grow. We're letting 9 pi grow by 4, and it becomes 36 pi units cubed, because now it's 3D. Okay. So anytime you want to turn a circle into a cylinder, you just let it grow, you multiply it. And anytime you want to turn a cylinder into a cone, you just take what answer you had. So we had 36 pi, and you're going to take the bottom right here, like your hand was squeezing right here, and you're going to crush it down to a point, and that makes it 3 times smaller. So we're going to just divide by 3, and now we have 12 pi units cubed. So you just take the number and we leave the pi there, and we're done. 9 pi grows to 36 pi and gets crushed down to 12 pi. All right, so can you do that for this one? Oh, looks like I already had the answer, something in there. Okay, let's see. We pay attention to the radius, so if we can find the circle pi r squared, the radius is 4, not 8, so the area equals pi times 4 squared, or area equals 16 pi. Okay, if we can find the 16 pi, then we're going to let the 16 pi grow by 6, and we're going to get, because it's growing downwards by 6, and we're going to let it become 96 pi. Okay, but then if we want to turn it into a cylinder, we take what we had, 96 pi, and we divide it by 3 because we crush the bottom down to make it 3 times smaller, and we get 32 pi. So pretty easy. All right, circle or triangles. I'll give you this hint. Area equals 1/2 base times height. So for all of them, 1/2 base times height and 1/2 base times height. The only thing you got to remember is what is the base, what is the height? Remember, if you choose one of the sides as the floor, like I'm going to choose this 10 as my floor for this triangle, that would make this the ceiling. The highest point would be the ceiling from the floor. For this, I was smart to choose my floor as 10 because straight up and down, I know how tall my ceiling is. Straight from the floor, my ceiling is 3. It's not 6 or not 5 because you can't measure something diagonally. You have to measure something's height straight up and down. So this, the area is 1/2 10 times 3, or 1/2 of 30, area equals 15 units squared. So make sure if whatever side you choose as the floor, you better know exactly how straight up and down the ceiling is from there and call that the height. So good luck on the next two. All right, for the last 4 on this side, we've done a lot of practices of these. Let's see if you can get these. 7-1 is right here, 7-1. And 12-8, 12 and 1, 2, 3, 8 is right there. So when we draw a line, we want to know how far that line is. I'm going to do different colors. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to make a triangle out of it, a right triangle, so I can use my Pythagorean theorem. This side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 5 times 5, 25. 7 times 7 is 49. When we add those together, we get 74. But that's not how long this side is. This side is the square root of 74. And when I look around in my classroom, 74 is almost in the middle of 8 times 8 and 9 times 9, in between 64 and 81. It's a little closer to 81. So I'll go like, I don't know, roughly 8.7. Okay, it's a good guess. Okay, so the rest of those, I'll point out where they are. You do the math. For this one, let's see if you got the spot right. 2, -3 is right there. And 9, -5 is right there. -6, -8. And -2, -2 is right there and right there. -1, +6 is up here. -9 is 9 backwards is right there. And 8 up would be 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. So make the triangles. If you're going to make triangles really quick, boom and boom. Boom, boom. And you can go either way, up or down. I'll go sideways first on this one, and then up. And count those boxes. Use the Pythagorean theorem, a² + b² = c² to solve those equations. All right, good luck.